Hi guys, thank you very much for spending some time with me. Today we're going to talk about supporting cookery. So firstly, support staff often know the children better than I do and know any recent situations. Please share any information that may be relevant as soon as possible. As you know, often at the start of lessons, it is hard to catch me because obviously I've got all the kids in and everyone's excited and we're washing hands, etc. But if there's something that I do need to know, I don't know, someone's just fallen out with someone else, someone can't sit near someone else, etc. Please stop me and pull me to one side and let me know as soon as possible. If a situation arises during cookery, which a class teacher should know about, please share as soon as possible with them. If it's an arbour situation, I normally don't get around to doing arbours till the afternoon after school. So the class teacher wouldn't know until later. I will try and get the information to them, but 9 times out of 10, you will see them sooner than I will. So if there is anything that they need to know, please tell them as soon as possible and then they can help. Always project a calm, positive approach to cookery. We might be in a situation where you're not comfortable, as in the kids could be using frying pans, you could be nervous with the children using frying pans and stuff like that, or cutting food, etc. But you need to be calm and positive, because also the children might also be nervous about what they're doing. But if you act calm and positive, they should also pick up on how you are feeling as well. Project a positive attitude to the dish we are making or the ingredients. Please keep negative personal opinions to yourself. So let's say we're making scrambled egg, and the room smells of egg because we've just been making it in the class before. Please don't walk in and say, it smells of egg or something like that. Or I don't know, if we're using fish or whatever it is, if you don't like the ingredient or the dish, please don't share this because the children will pick up on it automatically. And then 9 times out of 10, go with the TA's views and then say, oh, I don't want to eat it, or oh, it's yucky, and then try and leave the room or something like that. When talking to students, please go to the students. This enables others to focus their attention on me and what I'm saying, and also what they should be doing. So if there is a situation and whatever, and it's on the other side of the room, please walk over to the person that you need to talk to rather than talking loudly across the room. And this helps a lot. Obviously, if it's a safety aspect and you're just about to see someone, I don't know, put a frying pan where it shouldn't be going or something like that, then obviously do speak up quickly and loudly. But if it isn't a matter of health and safety, then please go to the student rather than speaking loudly across the room. You can support students by hand over hand when necessary. So if a student is struggling, let's say, I don't know, cutting up their food or something like that, tearing something or whatever it is, you can put your hands over their hands and just show them how to do that certain action. A fork can also be used to keep the food still when using sharp knives if required. And then we always encourage the children to cut using the bridge or claw techniques. Below there, you'll see the bridge there is on the left and the claw is on the right. This is what we use in the cookery room to help the children safely cut food, to keep their fingers out of the way. It is okay for the children to get things wrong or struggle as long as they are safe. So please don't be too quick to step in and help them. It can be hard for them, but equally, they have to be able to have the time to struggle, to try and persevere with a task, for them to actually learn how they can do it by themselves. And equally, if something is a bit burnt or whatever, that's okay, because they can learn from it. And then you can help them realize how they can change it next time and then do it better next time. Encourage pupils to taste food. The confidence to try new foods usually builds with time and the desire to join in with their peers. Do not force or cause stress to a pupil about eating food. Obviously, it's lovely if the kids do eat everything. That is perfect in the ideal world, but they won't. And there's certain kids that find it very difficult to try new foods. I very much don't want children to be stressed when it comes to the tasting and eating of food, and then feel that someone's going to cause stress to them about trying to eat food at that part of our lesson. As I say, it's great to encourage, but not force. When appropriate, encourage the use of a knife and fork when eating. So again, you can do the hand over hand support to show them that the fork sort of stabs the food to keep it still, then the knife saws the food. You can show them this motion, and also trying to encourage social eating skills. So trying to keep their mouths obviously closed whilst they're eating, and also just learning how to have a polite conversation when they're eating their food as well. Because often in the dining hall, those guys who don't use a knife and fork or find it difficult to use a knife and fork, the support staff might not have the time to sort of share these skills with the kids. So this time in their cookery lesson is a good time for us to try and support this aspect. Also, encourage pupils to think for themselves. What do you need to get? What do you think you should do next? Look at the recipe sheet and see what is next. Do you think it's cooked? So often they will ask you what they have to get or what's next or whatever it is. Try and get them to think about it. And things like, do you think it's cooked? You can always, let's say, I don't know, we're cooking chicken breast. It's good for them to check, and then you can always say, yes, that's right. The juices are now running clear. The meat is now white. It isn't pink anymore. Things like that. So you can tell them why it is cooked, but they need to try first. Okay, always try and get them to think first. When appropriate, cement or stretch their learning. I will have a short differentiated learning on the interactive board. So it will say all, most, and some for support staff to use as a prompt. So when you can, if there's a quiet moment, look at the all, most, and some and see what you can talk to the children about close to you. So some kids might have finished washing up, and with those guys, you could ask them some questions for whatever level they're at, to just see if you can, as I say, cement or stretch their learning at all. At the end of the lesson, please check the room and equipment to make sure that everything is clean and has been put away correctly, because I often have to go around later double checking everything is cleaned and putting stuff away, etc. Find things in random places. Often at the end of the lesson, we're doing Chef of the Week and things like that. really is so useful if you could please, please, please go around the room and just make sure everything is clean and in the right places. Sometimes at the end of lessons, things are just being stacked up in cupboards and then everything is sort of falling out. So yeah, please, please, please help. I really appreciate it. And then lastly, thank you so much for your invaluable support. I obviously couldn't do it without you amazing people. And any of your thoughts, feelings about the lessons, etc., please do talk to me at any time. And yeah, thanks again, guys. See you soon. Bye.